In this video we're going to do a little bit on printable HTV vinyl. So we're going to use a couple of different vinyls today. We're going to be using the B-Flex BF5 solvent, and we're going to use the BF Print UV for UV printers. That's this one here. And this is the application tape. That's that one there. As you can see, all the boxes of the materials have the press time and temperature on them, which is quite handy. We're going to need a garment to print our designs onto, so we'll use this t-shirt here. We're going to need some form of heat press, so I'm going to be using two in this video. We're going to use the little Signmaster mini heat press and then the new Signmaster swing away heat press. See there, name's in the title, it swings away. And then that's the clamp handle for actually bringing it down and pressing onto the shirt itself. A few more tools, cutting mat. We're going to be using the Alpha craft knife. Quite a handy little thing with a stand there. The B-Flex squeegee for applying the app tape, and the B-Flex weeding tool when it comes time to weeding the vinyl. Okay, I've got a couple of different designs to print today. We're going to do this on the front left breast, so it's about 70-80mm. I've already got a cut line on this one, so I'm just going to release the clipping mask and show you that now. Okay, it's a bit strange looking because obviously with any print and cut job you have your cut line and then you need to add bleed to the outside so you don't get any white lines after cutting. This design is obviously a little more complex, multiple colours, so as you can see I've sort of extended it in some strange places just to make sure that the bleed is covered on all areas. This one will be our other design. So I've already put the cut line on this one, but no bleed as of yet, so we'll try a couple of different methods for that. So the quick and dirty way of doing it is draw a box. Because the outline of this artwork is black, it needs a black bleed, so you can simply create a black box around the artwork and then make that the lower layer, and there we go. So there's our cut line around the artwork, and then we've extended the bleed quite significantly past it. Now that is a quick and dirty way of doing it. That is a lot of black ink to use, so I'm going to show you another way. So I'm highlighting the cut line, I'm going to go to path, then offset path. 2mm should be fine. So that gives us our offset path, and then I just need to colour that to be black and then make it the lowest layer. And there we go. See, 2mm of bleed all around in black beyond the cut line, so you're not wasting too much ink. There are a variety of different ways of doing this. I've just shown you a couple. It all depends on the artwork, the colours, etc. But there's a couple of different ways of adding bleed there, so we'll get these printed off. We're using Mamaki Rasterlink 6 because we're going to print this one off on our CJV 150. So I'm going to be doing the front left breast logo on this one. So as you can see, I've brought in the artwork. It automatically recognises it as a cut line on it and is linked together with the artwork side of things, so that's all good. I'm just going to set up the job, make sure it's detected the media correctly first, which it has. We'll do a few copies of this one and arrange in the centre. That should be fine. We'll just do one strip and put a bit of a gap in between them. Profile wise, you can download specific profiles for Rasterlink for HTV vinyl. In all honesty, I tend to use Mamaki's generic profiles. I think they're a great all-round profile. I'm using the matte generic profile because it's a matte based product. A little bit of extra colour on there and we're good to go. For rolling software, we're using VersaWorks and we're going to be printing it off on our MG, the larger back monster artwork. Because it's UV, it doesn't really have specific HTV profiles built in because UV printer will pretty much print on anything you can get underneath it, so we're going to stick to the generic ones. The Solvent rolling printers do have specific HTV profiles built in, but as I say, we're using the UV one here today, so the generic one will be absolutely fine. Put a weed board around it as well. That's the cut to image boundaries, just makes it easier for trimming afterwards, and we'll get these printed off. So here they are, printed off. So they've been print and cut. We've got two of the large back design there and a bit of a strip of the front left breast design. One solvent, one UV. So we're going to weed out the designs now. So all weeding means is we're going to remove the excess material that we don't want and leave in the print and cut design that we do want. So as I didn't add a weed border on the small ones, all I'm going to do is peel off the whole of the excess material, just leaving the designs. Now this one, I'll be honest, I didn't let it dry as much as I should, so you will see me dabbing the artwork down a lot. And also I could have put a little bit of more force on the blade, so you do see me struggling a little bit for weeding, but we managed to get them done. But two things to look out for: if you're printing solvent, allow it to dry for a good couple of hours, if not more, when you're doing HTV vinyl, and always check the blade depth to make sure it will cut correctly. Save yourself a lot of time. But that's those ones. Now we're going to do the larger ones. Now you'll see the vinyl comes away a lot easier. One, because I did sort the depth of the blade out prior to printing and cutting, and two, it's instant dry because it's UV ink. As you can see, I'm just using the weeding tool to pick the edges of the media that I don't want off, leaving the finished designs. That's all weeding is. Same for sign vinyl, t-shirt vinyl, any type of print and cut work. Now we've got our weeded designs out, we need to apply the app tape. So we are using a specialist HTV app tape. Don't use your standard vinyl app tape, it won't go well under the heat of the heat press. So this is a specific HTV app tape to withstand the temperatures. We're just going to trim roughly what we need. And then peel off the backing paper of the app tape and apply it using the squeegee. So I tend to sort of let it naturally start from the middle and then work the way outwards when applying it by hand. You can use your application table if you have one for this. It's a bit unnecessary for a design this size. Here we go. Same again, going to roll out what I need to cover the vinyl. Remove the backing paper, which can be tricky sometimes. Let it naturally sort of fold in the middle and then push it down with the squeegee. Speed this up for you so it's not too boring. And there we are. So I've just trimmed these up. So there they are, finished, weeded, app taped, trimmed and ready to apply. For the front left breast logo, the smaller logo, we're going to use the mini heat press. It's perfect for small logos or areas that you can't get under a traditional heat press. So we're just going to turn that on. As you can see, the red light's flashing, it's coming up to temperature. It's got 3 settings, low, medium and high, 140, 160 and 190. First thing we need to do is remove the backing paper to our trimmed up garment print. So flip it over, score through the back layer only, and then you should be able to just peel it away like that. We're going to position that on our t-shirt. Now I roughly know where they need to be because I've done quite a few of these logos before, but a general rule of thumb for a front left breast logo, a couple of inches down from the neckline and about an inch from the centre of the garment. So as you can see there, should be about right for a front left breast logo. So this is the vinyl we're using, and as I said before, has the stamp time and the temperature on the box. So that's 140 for 4 seconds. If you accidentally throw the box away, don't panic, because it is printed on the inside of the B-Flex rolls as well. If I can get it to focus, you can see it just there, 140, 4 seconds. So my mini heat press has come up to temperature, the solid green light. So it's slightly smaller than the logo, so I'm just going to press it multiple times, but not for long. So this is a 4-second print. It's great for quick turnaround or for printing onto products that don't necessarily need to be stamped on, so like cardboard and things like that, because you're not exposing it to high temperatures for a long amount of time. It's a perfect vinyl for that. There we go. Peeled off the application tape, and that leaves the printed design. That's one of our prints done. So for the back logo, we're going to use the swing away heat press. As you can see there, it swings away, and that's how you clamp it down for stamping. So we need to set the time and temperature for this. Oh, that is just the force adjust. So we'll bob it on, and for the UV print, it's 140 degrees again for 10 seconds. Again, printed on the box and in the material itself. So we'll make sure this is set. That's 140 degrees for 10 seconds. So we'll leave that to heat up while we position our logo on the back of the t-shirt. So again, pick a corner, score through the back layer of the vinyl, try not to cut the whole thing. And then you're just going to sort of break that. Now you do see me struggle a little bit with this one. The bigger designs can be a bit trickier to remove the app tape. They can lift sometimes. Don't panic too much about it, as long as it doesn't fold or sort of twist on itself. The t-shirt press will stamp it down and it will be fine. But just take your time. I'm sort of working from one diagonal corner to the other, pressing it down as much as I can if I see it lifting. So with the larger designs it can be a bit trickier, the small ones are generally easier, but just keep teasing it away bit by bit and you'll get there. So we're just going to position this on the rear of the shirt. Now there are methods for getting it perfectly central. For this I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to roughly place it, as it's for a video. Make sure it's stuck down. Okay, so our t-shirt press is up to temperature, so I'm just going to swing away the top piece and place the garment on the t-shirt press. Try to not have any stitching of the neckline or anything like that on the plate itself. Make sure that's hung over, because it won't help for the stamping process. And then we're just going to clamp it down and allow it to count down the 10 seconds. There we go. Lift the handle, swing away, and it's a hot peel, so we need to peel off the app tape as soon as possible. Again, carefully, bit by bit, just in case there's parts that haven't stuck properly. This one's stuck fine. And there we are. And there's our back t-shirt print done. If you're interested in any of the materials or tools used in this video, check out the Signmaster website or give us a call.